Hey everyone, this is Michael for Spirit Comics. Welcome to my review of Hulk issue number 4. Now, this cover is much better. At least this time the entire cover is basically used. On one side, you have what we think is Jim Walters. On the other side is She-Hulk. And yes, she is green, not gray. She's green here. You can even see the green eyes. So, now, if you recall from the previous review, she's working to save the apartment of a client by the name of Maze Brune. She says, "How do you know you're going to have a bad day?" And maybe it's just me, but showing her in the back of her in like a sports bra, that's something cool because it's something I don't see very often in Marvel Comics. Hey, I'm a guy. So she says, "You have a feeling it could be wrong." Then she gets on the subway, and this dude's saying, "If I'm going to eat pizza, I'm going to eat pizza on my own terms, And the other dude says, "Truth." Which that made absolutely no sense, but I guess people on the subway don't make sense. I don't know, since I don't have a subway where I live. Unless you're the guy who can see the future. So she's reading the file of Maze Brune. And it says, not so long ago in the life of Maze Brune, before, she was teaching a yoga class, and she dismissed the yoga class. And she says, "I'm pretty sure Maze Brune didn't see the worst night of her life coming." And she's walking home, but it was there. Then she turns with shock in her eyes. And then these weird people start following her, waiting for her. You can tell she's screaming. I wasn't around for the worst day of my life. I was dreaming. I can't remember what I was dreaming about. But I know I was dreaming. But I knew I was dreaming. I remember thinking, "Wake up, Jen." And there's poor Maze Brune there on the ground. And there's Maze Brune now in her apartment. "Get back to the rest of your life. Are you there? Will you protect me?" Maze says. "Ring." "Yes," the voice from nowhere says. Now, her law office, her assistant comes in and tells her that there was a notice that came in. And he asks if he can get her anything. And she says that he can. Maze Brune is going to be evicted. "Are you still trying to reach her?" He says, "Calling every 15 minutes, no answer." Then he starts pointing to her, kind of strange like. And he says, "I'm going to start bringing you tea. Also, my boyfriend and I made bagels, so I'm bringing those in tomorrow." So everyone's world just got better. He's like, it reminds me of some, like a preppy dude, sorta. And she just smiles and says, "I'm going to see that you get a raise, if I can do that. First, I'm going to pay Maze a visit." And this is funny. He says, "Also, there's a woman in the lobby who's being sued by Debut and Bew Fine Furniture, a drop-in." He looks really serious there. And this is the woman. She's a big lady. Not that we take drop-ins. And anyway, to just give you the gist of it, she's being sued by these fine furniture company because she sat down in one of their chairs and broke it. But then she admits it's not like she's broken some chairs before. And it looks like Jen's thinking, geez, I really don't want to deal with this right now. But she says, make an appointment tomorrow. I'll see you at 9 a.m. And so she's heading on her way home. One block from, well, no, she's not going home, but she's going to Maze Bruin's apartment. And she tells herself something's in the air. And the cab driver, and keep in mind, this is New York, says, "You have a nice day, dear." She says, "I'll try." And then if you remember from previously, 2 cops were killed outside that apartment complex. So there's a cop there asking about the car that was left. I was like, how am I supposed to know? I'm supposed to babysit your cops? Answer the question, sir. Geez, man, I don't know, like 2 days, 4 days. The dude could really care less. She says she's heading up to Maze's apartment. And she has her own opinions. She says, "Have a nice day." How's it that still something people say? That's what you want in an apartment building, for it to feel like it's already a crime scene. Yeek. Oh crap. Do I even know her apartment number? And of course she doesn't, and so she guesses it. She goes up to this floor, and she asks for the guy's help. Politely, she smiles and asks for his help to find the apartment of Maze Bruin, but he just walks on past like a zombie and says, "Yeah, good day to you too, buddy." So then she keeps on walking, and she sees that at the end of the hallway. And that would surprise me too. Are these doors even in numerical order? And then some dude, or metahuman, or mutant, creeps up behind her and says, "Who are you?" And on instinct, maybe on instinct, or instantly she says, "I'm Maze Bruin's lawyer. I just can't seem to find her apartment. Downstairs it says it's 425. At the end of the hall on the right, she says, "Thank you." And then he says to her, "You think this place is a hole?" "Oh, I don't." He says, "This is the only safe place left in this terrible world. You should leave soon. It might not be safe for you." And he goes about writing something on the wall. She's like, "Okay." So outside, they're looking for one of the cops, but they can't find him. The one that came there looking into the squad car that was left behind. But he's gone. Then he walks down the alley and sees him, I guess dead. So back in the apartment complex, Jen walks up to the door and says, "Maze, it's Jen Walters." She said, "Jen?" "Yes." "Maze, please open the door." And she's surprised to see her. "I called you," she says. "Yes, and I've been trying to call you back. Maze, I need to speak with you." "Okay, inside." "Okay." And still they're outside, trying to figure out what happened to that officer. So she's inside. She says, "How long have you lived here, Maze?" "A long time. I will always live here. Here is the only place I am safe." She says, "Maze, I read your file. I know what you went through. I know what happened outside before. I don't want to talk about it. Maze, I hired you to protect my home. Hired you because I cannot leave. I didn't hire you to tell me I'm crazy. And she says, I'm not going to tell you that you're crazy. Because she doesn't, I don't believe in the word crazy. She says, yes, yes, you do. And then she admits to Maze that, stuff happened to her that took away everything she cared about. And she doesn't tell in great detail, but it was all about what happened with Thanos that put her into a coma. So she can identify with Maze. And Maze says, you know what? I know what you're going through. I know a version of what you're going through. Maze says, who cares what you know? I hired you to protect me. She says, I will help you in every way. Protect you in every way that I can. He says, Maze, this building, Dick sold it several months ago, and the buyers are going to redevelop. There's not much we can do to stop them. We need to. Maze, and you can see Maze is surprised and angry because she drops the cup. She says, you promised. Still shocked. She says, Maze, I told you that a good lawyer doesn't make promises. You are not a good lawyer. You're a bad lawyer. Maze, I have no choice. So then everything's gonna get, something's gonna go down. Everything's gonna get bad. She says, I have no choice now. And the cops are still outside looking around. And we see the room darken, and Maze's eyes glow red. You gave me no choice. Maze! Scratch, scratch. What did I say? She thinks. And she says, what? This is a bad day. Protect me, is all she says. Then here we see her saying, you see it coming. You feel it coming. Not because you can stop it, but because it's there waiting for you no matter what you do. Oh crap, voice, just shut up. No, no, no. Maze is starting to cause some damage. And there's like these jaws that came out of nowhere here. Yes, a strange voice says. And this is a to be continued. She never turns into the Hulk. Never even gets remotely close. But, as the saying goes, it is what it is. And this series only ran for 11 issues. But I'm glad I had the chance to catch this before it passed me by. Because this is going to be a return to the way She-Hulk used to be. I'm certain of that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm Michael for Spirit Comics. Please subscribe to my channel. Smash that bell like She-Hulk so you can be notified of all the new uploads. Like the video and share it so you can so other people can enjoy this comic book review as well. It was a pretty good artwork on the cover, but inside, well, it's something not as good as the cover. That's all I'll say for now. Till next time, true readers.